Yeah. I know you got problems, know you at the bottom, know you took a loss today. Everybody want bottles, living for a throttle, you just want bottle today. Tell me joy, where it's hiding, I've been trying to find it before I go all the way. Cause everybody got problems, everybody starving, but don't you go off today.
Yo, this is the All Done Podcast. I'm Tracy, that's my boy Mike. How you feeling, Mike?
What's good, my brother? How you doing?
Yo, man, another day. We still very much in the middle of this pandemic. They got vaccines rolling out, so people feeling hopeful. So we'll see what the next couple of months bring to our society.
You getting vaccinated?
I mean, that's my man LeBron said, that's a very personal decision. I don't feel like I have to explain that to anybody. I have no, dog in the fight. I mean, I feel the way I feel, and everyone's entitled to their feelings. So I hope y'all are doing what you feel is best for you and your family.
Nigga, what?
What? It was a yes or no question. Like, nah, I'm good. Yes, I'm getting vaccinated.
I just told you, it is not a yes or no. It's that's a personal decision at this point.
Okay, of course.
Game recognized game, granddad.
I recognize game. Your granddaddy recognized game.
Game recognized game, and you looking kind of unfamiliar right now. I can't. Where's granddad? Can I help you, sir?
It is, well, I thought here on the All Done Podcast is a safe space. We get a little personal sometimes, so we're not gonna get personal. Because I remember our last joint, we was talking about smoking crack. And you can't get more personal than that, but now I respect it. Now for real, I respect it.
There's a line. There's a line.
I respect it.
We ain't talking about. There's a line, and on this side, we ain't talking about vaccines right now. Not right now. Maybe at a later date, we could get into vaccines
and computer chips and all that.
You know what your problem is? You think money grows on trees. Just go out, pick you $400 or $500 and go off and just dance and eating chicken and dancing. You just having all the fun in the world.
No. I respect it though, for real. Like I think, like you said, everybody should do what's best for them and their family.
At this point, right? So with the room,
at any point, always you should be looking to do what's best for you and your family. You feel me? So
yeah, but then we're getting into the conversation because then at some point you gotta consider what's best for society.
The greater good.
Yeah, there is. I feel like there is a line that you have to toe. I'm saying that's all I'm saying. There is a line that I understand that people toe, but that's not what we're talking about tonight.
Yeah, I was like, we real deep off into something else, and that's not even our topic for tonight.
No, you went
off. Crazy.
Yeah, you went off on a tangent. Appreciate that. You want to intro it? You want me to let the people know?
No, we're gonna chop it up. For the most part, to sum it up, what we talking about is being positive.
And this is one of my things, and Mike has been one of my best friends for probably
second grade.
Yeah, second grade.
They say knee high to a duck.
Yeah, something like that. But this is one of those qualities.
Yeah, this is one of those things, being positive in a negative world. That's what we're gonna call it.
I don't even like that. See, you already started off on some nonsense.
Being positive in a negative world, because that's gonna be your vibe. I already know what your vibe gonna be with it. You feel me? But let's start it off. So how you want to start off? What's your first question?
I started off by saying, as my best friend, like I was saying, this is one of the things I don't like about you. You want to be positive in the eye of a damn hurricane, and that's something that, no, if you're in the eye of a hurricane, probably positive is not the emotion you should have in that moment.
But that's the crazy part, because if you make it to the eye of the hurricane is usually really calm, ain't it? When you get on to the other stuff. You feel me?
How many eyes of hurricanes have you been in?
I don't know, but I heard about one. When you get in the eye, that's the very middle. It's peaceful in there somewhere. While stuff is swirling around you. That's life.
All right, so where we jump off at?
I want you to jump it off because I want to see your vibes with it.
All right. I mean, to start, we're talking about positivity, and make no mistake, I think in this world, you need to have some positivity, especially if you're a part of certain groups or you've gone through certain things in your life. At times, there is room where positivity can give you some upliftment. Where my first problem will arise with the society we're living in now is that we will be super positive in terrible moments. And I feel like that is problematic, right? Like, so for example, we talk about race. Let's plug race right now, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a horrible tragedy. A young man or woman is shot down, and you see people online looking for silver linings, or you oh, this is the catalyst of an event that's going to make a huge change. It never does. But to have people kind of look for silver linings in tragedy, I feel like you're trying to escape feeling the moment, right? We don't digest tragedy and we don't digest conflict. And that's where, to me, a lot of that positivity comes in. Instead of dealing with the conflict and uncomfortable conversation, I'd rather just slap that positivity sticker on it and move forward.
And that's where we differ right there. See, that's where it comes in there. Because I don't think being positive in certain moments is not feeling what's going on. So saying I'm positive or looking for a positive outlook in something, that don't mean I don't feel what's happening. You feel me? So, and that's where we differ. So you, the way I see it, I'm not going to say what you want to do and what you don't want to do, but you seem like you just want to be angry in a moment and don't look for an outcome. But as you know, we're solution based. Wait.
Go ahead.
Because I'm gonna hit you with something.
All right, go ahead with your nonsense.
So, like you said, when we talk about a lot of things, like we end a lot of our shows is solution based.
Absolutely.
Well, in order to have a solution, it has. I would hope our solutions should have a positive.
No, not positive. You're using the wrong P word. Progressive. Because sometimes it is not always positive. Sometimes the solution is, you got to get it out the mud. Sometimes the solution is you got to go work an extra job. Sometimes the solution is you got to cut off a friend of yours that is really meaningful in your life. And so
is that the solution, or is that a step in the? You feel me? Because what's the ultimate goal? So let's say you got to get another job. Let's say you got to get a job. What is that job working toward? What are you trying to do? Trying to pay your bills?
I mean, yeah.
Well, so at first you couldn't pay your bills.
Sure.
Now you got that extra job to give you a little boost. So now the positive in that is, well, now you can pay your bills.
But the extra job is cleaning toilets oftentimes, or mopping up excrement, or as we know I have done in my past.
I mean, I've learned this from you. Like, you have to have that person in your group anyway that's willing to do the dirty work. Now, the toilet is very specific, but you're willing to do the dirty work. I think your exact example was, well, this particular person, he a grimy type of brother. I might need him to sleep with somebody's wife. That was your exact example. You feel me? So
we were talking about know your friends or know your quote unquote
exactly
words, right?
Yeah. So with that being said, cleaning toilets, that might be. You feel me?
All right, but you're making it for the group, for that individual. All right, let's say for you, like, let's be really specific. You need extra income to provide for your family. You get that extra job and it is cleaning toilets. Do you feel positive that now, I mean, yes, okay, yeah, you have a little extra income to provide for your family, but all the work you've put in to grind to get to a place where you don't have to do jobs like that anymore, right? Because I think we all want to get to a place where, I can work a job that's meaningful and purposeful. But the reality is ain't enough of those to go around. So some of us do have to clean toilets. And that's why I say.
But that's life in a sense, right? Because everybody's not meant to be CEOs. You need janitors.
Yeah, but then that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't be okay because those people aren't being taken care of the way that they're supposed to be, i.e. look at the minimum wage situation.
Yeah, oh, no, absolutely.
Right, so that's not, to me, that is not a positive because we all know, I think, again, not wanting to address the obvious, but I think we all know that it's not positive because, yes, you can make a little extra money, but living off that alone, damn near impossible these days.
But now I think that's where we don't see eye to eye. Because I think you look at the whole aspect of it. So when you say I'm positive, I'm not just sunshine and rainbows all the time. Anybody know me that know that's not true. Actually, most times I'm a very, very dark individual. It's just I smile while I say a lot of things.
Which gives most people the illusion that it's a positive spin.
I mean, that's cool. That got nothing to do with me. I'm not responsible for what you.
All right, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about people and their perception.
So with that being said, I'm not finding positive in the whole situation. Like I tell people this all the time at my job. They're like, "Oh, I just don't want to be here." Nobody wants to work. Very few people actually want to go to work and do physical labor. That's just not. I mean, there's some people who got that mentality. I just want to work. But for the most part, nobody actually wants to work. Everybody wants to be rich.
Why don't they want to work? Why? Do you think if they were compensated fairly and that employer at that
Even compensated fairly, I'm talking about like, why do I want to pick up this dashboard and take it apart and put it together? Wait a minute. No.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not talking about lazy individuals, period. I'm not talking about lazy individuals. I'm saying why do I want to do this? Why do I want to grab these drills and drill? Even though I could be making a certain amount, but why do I want to do that? Yes, the money makes me want to do it, but other than that, what makes me want to do that? Like we both know I love to cook. So I want to get up and get in the kitchen and cook something. I don't want to go to my job every day, no matter what they pay me. The money motivates me.
So what's the alternative then? What's the alternative then? Because I don't want to spin into some euphoric society where we all could just wake up when we want and not do any sort of work to contribute to society. That's not a functioning society. So I feel like that's kind of a straw man argument because obviously we all can't wake up and do nothing and get paid for it. That's not.
Absolutely not. So with that argument, I'm saying you got to find positive in doing it.
No.
Because that's contradicted, ain't it?
Go ahead, tell me how.
Because your argument is everybody should make enough where they good.
Yes, that is my argument.
But like you just said,
part of my argument.
It just won't work in society. Right?
No. I'm saying
let me hear you out.
It's not working now because it's never been tried. Right? We can't get those individuals in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many percent you want to say today to understand that you can have a person work for $11 and change and be okay in any position. That's probably, or 12 and some change, I think, right now. Right? That's not good enough. And so even if the job is terrible, right, the money's not right. My point, and I don't want to get too convoluted here, the simple point is things that are bad, it's okay to be like, yo, this is a shitty situation. And I don't have, there's no but I can take care of my family but I have a job, right? It's a scapegoat. It's a cop-out to a bad situation. Sometimes it's a bad situation. It's a bad situation. You have to act accordingly. And I think.
So now my question is, what's acting accordingly?
We have to move to change the whole thing. Like I talk about all the time here on the All Done podcast.
Well, we just said, now we're looking at a group thing. We said we're going to bring it back to individually.
Yeah,
so if I got to get up and go to work every day, should I have the same morose attitude all the time at work?
I'm not even saying you have to project, and work is a difficult one because right now I think we're in the fight of making the major change that I think many working class Americans want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So no, I don't think every day you should wake up and be morose about having to go to your place of employment, even if it is a horrible situation. Right. So in working, yes, but when for the sake of the All Done podcast, when we're sitting here chopping it up, and if a person was like, yo, I hate my job and that's a miserable situation, I'm looking to move on or elevate myself. The problem is the rebuttal will be, oh man, you just gotta be happy you got a job. Or you gotta be happy you making money. Or you gotta be happy you even can do something.
So
it's
we've
like
been friends.
It's a mind fuck that we do to ourselves.
We've been friends since approximately 97, 98, something like that.
Facts.
And I just realized that you misunderstand everything I'm about.
Oh, please, here on All Done, what a revelation to come to here on All Done podcast.
Because like you said, you're saying I'm out here like, well, at least you got a job. No, that's not my vibe.
And I'm not talking about you. Maybe I'm not talking about you.
No, I'm just saying with me, like.
All right, but there are moments where you do that, which is like I said at the beginning of this. That's a part that I don't like about you, and that's okay. We're not supposed to like everything.
It's cool. You know, we ain't gotta like everything about each other.
And it's not like a diss.
I'm a very positive person. I am very positive.
Thank you. I'm glad you said it so they know. So I'm not just here talking out my ass. I'm glad you said it.
But once again, it's not, like I said, I'm not all sunshine and rainbows.
No, I agree.
Like, just like I said, we know I have a very dark sense of humor.
We all do.
Yeah. And a lot of times things be bad, but I just say it with a smile. It could be the worst. Like I go to my job every day. Do I love my job? By no means. Actually, somebody told me the other day, you love being here. Yeah, no.
Okay,
I don't.
There's a level of professionalism that I'm not saying forego because I believe in that, right? I believe in professionals, and that's
you could be professional and not be you. I could be professional and not be like the same way I am every day. But I just refuse. I think being negative or not even negative, just neutral in the situation. It's actually just draining sometimes. Like
To
that
be
drain
what? To be negative?
negative or like because negative is like a far end, I guess. Well, no, because negative is the opposite of positive.
Yeah,
but let's
no,
just say
that was my point. No, because yes, in many cases you would go with the opposite. Well, Tracy, if you're saying don't be positive, are you saying be negative?
No. There's a neutral ground. See, and that's why we friends. Because I didn't want to take it to negative. It is a neutral ground. Where I can, but you know what? A lot of people will take my neutral ground, my just business face as no. Actually, the opposite.
You think so?
Because I smile so much. So if I'm just, what's wrong with you today? Nothing. I'm just here. I'm at work. They pay me to do. But see, that's another thing. That's one of my favorite quotes at work is, yo, I'm just here. I tell them I'm just here to do my job and go home. I say it all day long. What's up, my bro? Just here to do my job and go home.
I understand.
And that's my energy. I can smile while I say it because I have so many things to smile about. You feel me?
There it goes again. It's like you can't turn it off. It's like a nervous tick. You got like
it's not a nervous tick at all.
Positivity Tourette's. Like
I don't have positivity. I don't have positivity Tourette's. But you know how drained I would be if I just sat there and focused on the bad things that's going on.
I think that's where I am probably a little insane because that is literally what I do. Like my brain won't let me clean the toilet or mop the floor or have to do something extra to go above and beyond to provide for my family and be like, hey, at least I can do it, or at least I'm alive.
But I don't think that's not my energy. At least I can do it. That's not my drive. At least I can. At least I got a job.
But you're saying you got a lot of other things to be happy about. So it's what Beanie say in that song? The man, it was, and I'm gonna phrase it here, but he said the man, something to the effect of a man was sad who didn't have no shoes until he ran into a man who didn't have no feet. And so to me, that's backwards because yes, the man with no feet, that's messed up. But the dude that don't have no shoes shouldn't be like, oh, at least I got feet. To me, that's like, nah, fam, what do you mean? Like, I don't have shoes. That's not okay either. Like, I shouldn't celebrate, oh, at least I have feet, because it led you to this minimalistic expectation of yourself and what your life should be.
Okay. So, like you said, I'm gonna try to make it personal. I'm sure keep it personal to me. Or, you know, like I said, this is the only way I can relate or get people kind of see my point on certain things.
Go ahead, brother, take your time.
So with this, you know, I mentioned this. I live with MS, diagnosed in 2014. You know, crazy time in my life, crazy time in a lot of people's life that I knew for them because of that's another thing, by the way, that I'm gonna get back to my story in a second, but that's crazy. I had to realize that was a moment that made me realize how positive I am. And reason being, because when I got diagnosed, I'm in the hospital, and as people call and text me, got a lot of love. And somebody just broke it down to me, like, because I kept saying, yo, I'm good. And it was like, yo, we never see you down. We never see you in a certain situation. So seeing you there is like,
I've been around long enough.
Yeah, I know, but most people, like, I'm talking about family members even, like, yo, we've never seen you down. So seeing you here, it was just like, and that's when I realized, yo, I'm the light in a lot of people's lives, you know, not to be cocky or anything, yo, y'all welcome, but you feel me? But nah, even with that, I went through depression, like being diagnosed with MS, like everything changes for me. Everything changed for me and things were changing. So, and I'm just like, yo, like, what's crazy, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not myself. I don't know what's going on. And I went to the MS event. I went to an MS event, whatever it was. And I'm looking at people on walkers in wheelchairs, pretty much looking like they're paralyzed from the neck up. I mean, from the neck down, rather. And the only thing they can move is their head. And I'm just looking like, why am I so depressed? Like, yeah, I don't have full feeling to my right side, but I can walk. I can talk. I can still work.
Example, right?
That's it. You feel me?
All right, yeah.
But like, that's crazy. Like, is that not something to be positive about?
I think in those extreme, like, right, we could talk about those type of illnesses or terminal illnesses, right? Like, damn, I broke my arm, but this person over here only got 6 months to live because they're gonna die from cancer, right? But they got a smile, but I'm sad because my leg is broke. Right? In those types of situations, even that, I would say many times, you still, number one, I hope those people are taking the time to digest their emotions, because like you just mentioned, those types of things are heavy. Right? So I hope people aren't, which I think some people are, going around lying to themselves, just, oh, I gotta put a smile, I gotta put a happy face on. No, you don't. You have to feel your circumstances and deal with your emotions. That's what you have to do. Which I know you did, which is I don't think I'm referring to you when I talk about the positivity.
No, I know you know my
the positivity thugs out here, but then we have positivity thugs who that's all they're about, right? I'm gonna spread positivity. No, I'm gonna deal with your circumstances, deal with your emotions as they come to you.
Absolutely. So, but this goes back to something we touch on a lot, and eventually we're gonna have a whole episode about this. But this goes back to almost to mental health in a way, because everybody say, I look at myself as this. I'm that post in a lot of people's lives that, I can talk to him as good, like he's positive. He's, if I'm about to jump off a ledge, he's not gonna tell me like, well, go ahead, he's gonna, help me, stay strong, whatever the case may be.
What toll does that take on you? I'm very different, by the way, but we have to think about what toll that takes on you. But go ahead.
It's crazy because it's draining. It is super draining. I'm not gonna lie. That drains your energy. It drains your positive energy. Actually. So, but I'm to the point in my life where I know when I'm getting low. So I take my time to the side. I call mental health day. Let me chill out. Don't call me about anything. Don't text me about anything. I'm good. Just give me time to recharge my battery. But so those people are important in your life.
They are.
Because let's say, like you say, take the time to feel what you're feeling. I tell a lot of people that, by the way. Don't disregard your feelings. Take your time. Feel what you're feeling, but don't wallow in it.
That's true. Again, a very healthy line that we all have to walk. And I don't think I'm referring to those people who understand that. I'm referring to the era we're living in, because that's not social media. That's not what you see, even in your, not the people not the people in your immediate circle. But just your interactions with people that you flippantly like, hey, what's up? How are you? I'm good. I'm doing great. Right? Like everybody's always, I'm good. It's great. No, you're not.
But I believe you can see when somebody's just, faking the funk, or when they, like, first of all, your eyes never lie.
No, they don't.
Your eyes never lie, but your energy doesn't lie. Right? So this just happened to me today. Like, swear to God, like this happened to me today. I'm walking out of a store, and especially like living in the South a long time, I've gotten to the point where it's just natural to speak to people. Just, hey, I'm walking by a dude.
Y'all kind down there.
Yeah. No, it took me a while to adjust to it, but it's whatever. Like, so he's walking in, I'm walking out. Hey, how's it going? So he's like, hey, how you doing? I said, good. As he's walking in, mind you, I'm walking past him. We're not even looking at each other. Just, how you doing? Good. He stopped and turned around. He's like, listen, brother. It's so funny. Listen, brother. He's like, your light is shining. Excuse me? So your light is shining, and I appreciate it. Man came and gave me an elbow bump and all that. Your light is shining.
Energy is you got one of the best unmatched energies I've ever met of a person in my life.
But the thing is, it was no great exchange. I'm just walking out about my day.
You be jolly. You're jolly. You be jolly.
But I don't. Come on. I don't be jolly, bro.
You be a little jolly.
I be chilling.
You be a little jolly.
But
bro.
Listen, elbow bump. We didn't even really make eye contact. It was just one of those things. And he turned around and was like, "Man, your light is shining," and I love it. Like he's talking older cat. I love it. Blah blah blah. Elbow bump. He's like, and people need that. He's like, because I'm facing the demons I'm facing. So when I see that light, but that makes a difference. So now I guess that brings a question: is that something we can control? If with that positive light, or if we're not?
No, I think certain people, like you said, just have certain energies. Like you can't control. Like, yo, I'm not. It's not that I'm intently trying to be super jolly, and I don't think you are. I don't think you walk around like, oh, let me put my my jolly pants on today. Like, that's just your demeanor. It's just, you're just a jolly cat, like, which is cool. That's the dope part about you. I'm saying that, okay, for those jolly individuals and you can't control it, I understand that. But what happens when things negative happen to you? Because this is life, and negative things will happen to you. And so my biggest points of this conversation that I definitely want to continue is, when that happens to you, I am not, and I mean, for the people that know me, you don't come to me with, when things are bad for me, don't come to me like, yo, it's all right. Nah, bro, it's not all right. I'm in a grind, I'm in a struggle. I gotta do this. We can have a practical conversation about what can be done to make it better. Don't tell me it's gonna be all right, because the reality is it might not be all right, which is something that the positive thugs you don't wanna reckon with that, because then that's a different conversation. You got to be engaged longer to have a conversation about, like, yeah, no matter how much positive you put out in the world, whatever situation you're in might not get better.
I think people like, I'm just gonna embrace it. So people like us, who is that positive post, I think we got to have other people, at least one or two other people, very similar to us in their lives. Or you got to have people that, like I said, I feel like I'm that positive person, but when I get to one of my lows, I can talk to you. Like, it is just, that's the vibe. Like, we chopping it up. This is what it is, like, and you're not gonna be like, well, what happened? Why you like this? You're not normally like this. Like, all right, well, nah.
The positivity thugs be like that. That's part of my problem. The positivity thugs,
not even.
You don't want to give people room to be in their emotion. You want to be like, no, we ain't got no time for that. I hear that all the time. From like people that I know, acquaintances. Yo, I'm in a funk, I'm in a bad mood, X, Y, or Z happened. Yo, you gotta come back from that. Like, nah, bro. What I need is to process this and have my time.
Once again, like I said, my biggest thing, and I tell people this all the time, like, I'm big on, first of all, people hear me say this, I say this a lot, I don't do feelings.
Explain that, because people, that's a form. I agree, I feel the same.
Even though I'm so positive and quote unquote jolly, as you call it, I don't do feelings. And what I mean by that is
you have a Santa Claus disposition, my brother.
Okay. I mean this by that. I tell people, like, I was like, yo, I tell people this, feelings don't produce anything tangible. And one time a lady got offended by it. What do you mean? Yeah, of course it does. That's good. I'm like, yo, when the last time?
Positivity thugs be out here, the positivity thugs.
Well, she wasn't positive. She was probably one of the most non-positive people I've ever met.
But she was upset at your cynic, you being such a cynic.
Well, listen, so I asked her this right here. I said, when was the last time your whatever bill it was, let's say your cable bill was due. When was the last time your cable bill was due and you called them and said, well, I'm just not feeling like paying it. And they was like, you're good. Don't worry about it. So people misunderstand when I say that, yo, I don't do feelings. Not that I don't have feelings. I just don't react on them. Mm-hmm. So me being positive or me being exuding a positive energy, that don't mean I don't have feelings. I don't feel a need to show my negative feelings. I don't need to feel a need to show that I'm down. I can be down, but that's not your fight. Whatever I'm doubting about, that's not your fight. So why? Like, no, I'm good. So like, my fight is my fight. That's internal. That's on me.
I think that is that's definitely for the mental health conversation, because I think the same way, and I think everything in society, you got to walk that line. The same way that brother saw your light and that positivity was like, yo, we could connect for this moment and it could be better for the both of us at this time. I've connected with people over like, damn, I'm really messed up, and I didn't throw positivity at them. Yo, I gave them my negative. Yo, I was jammed up here. And yo, these are the feelings that I had. And it wasn't good. And I had to do X, Y, and Z to come out of it.
So it's funny because in math, 2 positives is a positive.
Here you go. You want to go education. All right.
But can't 2 negatives equal a positive?
Listen, you was the scientist, bro. That was I don't know.
You got
all them
you got a master's and a doctorate degree. You got all that.
Positive charge, ions. What we talking about? Molecules. I mean, positive.
No, I'm talking about math, fam. I'm talking about math, fam. Just math, like But that's the thing. But everything's connected, right? So math wise, two negatives can equal to positive, right? Like two positive could never be a negative. But two negatives.
That's not true, though. Right? Because if I'm fucked up and you're fucked up and we're both exuding positivity.
No, wait, no. You just said I've connected with somebody on negative.
I did.
Like I said.
And it turned into a positive.
And it turned into a positive.
Sure.
When you have two people that's just been both positive with each other, just ended up in a negative situation.
Because the negative situation is you're lying to yourself. That's what I'm saying.
You don't have to be lying to be positive. See, and I think that's what you're missing. Like you saying me being positive.
Go ahead.
You saying me being positive, meaning I'm not feeling my feelings. That's not true at all.
Okay. Sometimes it is. I disagree. Sometimes it really is.
For me, that's not true at all.
Maybe not for you, but do you? All right. So let's talk in generals. Do you feel, and you have a very large family, do you feel that some people in your family or your circle or your acquaintances or your friendships will use positivity to escape real situations, possibly negative ones that they probably should deal with in a real way? I know you have, because I know your family, and I know situations. Like I know there are things that happen to them, and they spin it to be like, "Oh, it's gonna come out better," or "This is gonna turn out."
Well, see, but that's them looking for the positive end. That don't mean they're not feeling what's going on. So see, I think you're saying.
What I mean by positivity thugs. That's positivity thugging. Don't be positivity.
But just because you're positivity quote unquote thugging, that don't mean you can't feel what's going on in the moment.
I mean, I would love to. I think that's a great poll that we should.
I think, like it's equivalent to like religion to me.
Explain.
Religion. Granted, like I admit this, I say this a lot. I'm not religious. That don't mean I don't believe in a higher power. I'm just not a very religious person. But religion tells you everything's gonna be okay later. Now, my issue with religion is, why can't I be okay now? Like, I don't see an end in sight when it comes to religion. But what I'm saying with me as a person, like, I see certain things coming out to be okay. I see the end.
But what if that's not the case, right? So if you have, like, so I think about my life, and I like to think of myself, I'm a pretty real person. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat things in my life. Like, it kind of is what it is. Yeah. So if a person if it's me, and I'm gonna put it on me, if I, God forbid, some sort of terminal illness and I'm gonna die, I'm gonna live my life to the fullest. But I'm not gonna say that I would wallow in that, but I'm definitely not gonna exude some sort of, oh, this is just a positive thing, or you can learn. Like, no, this is a negative thing.
No, but you're gonna enjoy your positive moments.
I am. I'm gonna live my life good, but I'm not gonna lie to myself and say that a bad situation is a positive one. Or there's a silver lining.
No, I don't think anybody ever says that, though.
I definitely think that people are in horrible situations many times and will use that bullshit silver lining. Silver lining is one of the biggest crutches to not deal with your shit that I've ever seen in my life.
Well, no, that's not always the case. Like, my thing is, like, my positivity. Like, one thing I never want, I don't want you to feel bad for me.
I would say that. I agree.
So me being positive is not me saying I'm not dealing with what I'm going through. It's just I'm good. Don't that's you take care of you. Remember, we started this conversation talking about something else, but it was like everything that's personal to you.
I would say for you, that feeling would be genuine. I'm talking about for the individuals who are like, I don't feel good, but society told me that I need to go find the silver lining, or I need to go be positive, and that'll make it better.
But I don't think I know anybody like that.
You don't know anybody that is in a bad situation, not doing what they're supposed to do, but walk around like shit is okay. You don't know anybody like that?
I don't think I know anybody. I don't think that, like, now some people and
you definitely know people like that. You do.
Wait. No. Wait, no.
I know the people you know like that. Like, don't do that.
Because like I said, this gonna go on, this getting a little deep into religion and everything, but we
talked about that, and Tammy had great points. But again, I still sit here today. Religion's in the same vein as what we're talking about right now.
But no. That's what I'm about to say. Some people are just empty vessels. Like, and people think when you say empty vessel, they're dead. No, they're living. They could be alive every day, walking around, walking, talking, but they just have no clue. So some people be in a bad situation, and this goes into mental health as well. They just don't realize how bad their situation is.
Okay, I could give some people that out.
I don't think nobody is hanging off a cliff, right? Hanging off a cliff and just like, oh, at least I'm not on the ground. And they're mentally stable. They're not.
Completely disagree. I completely emphatically
so you
disagree
know
with that.
So you know someone like that.
I know multiple people in many different situations.
They just probably throw it off. They probably just not there.
Right before they fell, they're like hanging on by a thread. I'll figure it out. It'll get better if I just believe, or it'll get better. I'm not doing anything. I'm taking no action to make it get better. But
see, but that's a different conversation, right? No,
I would disagree because
now we get into the religion conversation. I'm just gonna hold on until someone saves me.
I would say, and like I said,
so that has nothing to do. Go ahead, my bad.
Positivity is in that same vein.
I don't think so though, because like I said, that being real and being negative don't have to be hand in hand.
Unless your real situation is a negative one.
No, what I'm saying is, so I don't have to be down because I'm in a bad situation. I don't have to be down mentally.
Down. I think that those two things are not one and the same. Down,
but I think I keep hearing you say, and like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. I keep hearing you say, because I'm positive or because a person's positive, they're not accepting what's really going on.
I'm saying I know a lot of people, and I feel like you know a lot of people that were in very dire situations and held on to some sort of silver lining that wasn't even practical, even a little bit.
But I think that goes back to the mental aspect of it. Some people just can't mentally digest that stuff.
All right, well then fine.
And that's not them being
my good old no. Let's bring my good old friend, the third party, that overarching entity of our government, once again failing us. Let's bring them in because they don't provide any services, any real resources. They're not doing enough from their perspective to allow these people the platform to feel their feelings and still be productive in their life. I understand what you're saying because yes, oftentimes I can't allow myself to get into any sort of down or negative or feel those emotions because I still have to go forward in life and provide for my peoples. And
absolutely. So your mind, I see, and I'm not mad at your, but so we both have the same mindset when it comes to that. The grind is for my people to be better.
Facts. I'm hustling for my last name.
But you're grinding for your people to get better. That's the grind. That's always the ultimate goal. We chop it up a lot about that. But now you're saying, well, I don't have to be happy about it. And you don't.
I don't.
But
especially if it's not a happy thing.
But you can't afford for your son to come in and see you just like, whatever, I'm doing it, but I'm doing this for you, but I'm not happy about it.
I would say if we're going to talk to me specifically, I at a certain age, I will give my son those emotions because he needs to understand that, hey, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, you could be in a position where you're like me and you have to, rob, like as the elders would say, rob Peter to pay Paul. Right? And so that robbing Peter to pay Paul, which many working class Americans are in that situation right now, that's not a positive situation. And you could say like, yeah, I have to rob Peter to pay Paul, but at least I'm not in some third world, right? Because that's what they do. I have to rob Peter
that is what some people do.
I can't afford to put groceries in my refrigerator. I had to go steal diapers from the 7-Eleven like my mom had to. But you know what? At least I'm not in some third world situation, war torn, right? And not to say that those other situations, because we can always extrapolate some sort of war situation. We can always do that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's never going to be hard to do. That's why we don't generalize. Let's just deal with what you're dealing with and what people are dealing with right now. And it's this weird wave of social media positivity to me is and that's a great segue.
You think it's a weird way?
I do.
I think wait. Let me finish. I think that we have more negativity on social media than those positive, everything's happy go lucky, I'm good type of people. At least on my timeline. I can't see. That's another thing. Social media is so personal to like how your timeline is constructing who you. Sure. So maybe I attract a lot of people. See now who I attract around me. I attract a lot of people with that down negative energy. I just do. And honestly, once again, it's draining for me.
I think it's meant to be, right? Those people seek out energies that are counter to theirs.
Wait. So that's like negative and positive being attracted to each other. Are we getting back into science?
I'm not.
Because you no. You just made this statement.
No,
are we getting back?
Talk about science though.
Opposites attract. Opposites attract.
Yes, opposites attract.
But that's science.
No, see, all right, fine. Then it's science.
It is.
All right, so fine, it's science. But that doesn't change the overarching point of if I'm negative, yes, I would like to be around somebody who I'm searching for some sort of positivity. And so I'm not, and that's why I want to say that's good. I'm not knocking everyone that's positivity. I'm saying don't be gooning on positivity when people need to digest some negative shit or conflicts in their lives. Don't positively goon me. And in many cases, that's what happens. Allow people to feel their negative situation. Allow people to have their conflicts. We're human. We do multiple things.
Like I said, some people just don't.
And make people feel bad for saying, "Hey, I don't feel good right now. I'm not in a good mood," because that's normal. I don't think I hear that ever. When do we ever hear like, "Yo, it's normal to be in a bad mood. I'm in a bad mood right now. I got to digest that."
I think it's normal. It's very normal. But like I said, I'm big on energy. And rolling back into what we kind of wait.
Funny term that people use
it's not.
That's a funny little term that you positivity thugs be using too. If you just put good energy, then you'll feel good. No. So your mind.
No. See, that's not where I was going with that.
All right, well, tell me.
What is the theory of relativity? Is it that energy is neither created nor destroyed?
Okay.
You feel me? Just transferred. It's just transferred. So I think when I feel a certain way, I withdraw. My way is to withdraw. Like I said, I take mental health days, or now that we talking about it, they're energy days.
We should.
I refuse to pass on that negative energy. So that's not to say I don't feel what's going on. I don't feel my situations. I know certain things.
I mean, to take a mental health day or energy day means you felt it enough to make that decision.
Absolutely. So, like I said, I think people that's conscious of themselves or that's not empty vessels, like I think the positivity thugs you're talking about are almost like robots. They're pretty much empty vessels, like whatever. It's a show I watch, and that was pretty much the guy's vibe. Like he's just I'm here.
That's a whole nother podcast on what in the world, what in our society creates that.
Well, I think it's beyond us.
It is. I'm going to say it is.
I think
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it ain't us. I'm putting the blame.
Well, you put the blame on Big Brother. Oh, but I think it's beyond. I think it's beyond that. I think it's almost celestial, right? I think it's almost. You feel me? I think it's something higher than that. Because, like I said, these are once again and I had someone actually broke it down to me, but they're just like they're empty vessels, like they have nothing. Just some people got Asperger's or whatever the disease is, like different. Some people on the spectrum with that same vibe, but and I'm not knocking that.
I'm not talking about a chemical imbalance.
But I think it is. But everything comes down to that, right? Like your makeup, you're who you are.
Diagnosed with some of those real illnesses, your emotions are moving in a way that is not explained by normal interaction, right? Like you have to deal with something else. That's something different, and we can have that conversation and get my thoughts on that. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your regular run-of-the-mill, everyday human that wakes up and maybe doesn't have a great situation, but puts positivity thugs, be positivity gooning on the world and circle around them. And to me, that's problematic because, number one, your house is not straight, right? Shouldn't throw stones. Mm-hmm. And you're making people feel bad or feel like they can't take a step back and no, I'm just not in a good place right now. Right now it's not good. It's
Do you
bad.
feel?
So
Do you feel like they can help that?
the positivity goons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think we as a society, and this is just my opinion, I think we as a society are really getting into this place where we are sacrificing conflict, constructive criticism, real emotion, and fixing problems as opposed to, just be positive. You slap a nice positivity band-aid on everything. And that's, again, in the long run, I think that's going to be problematic.
I think some people, I think most people, I don't think they can control it.
So you think the positivity thug on my timeline, on any social media platform, they're just wired that way. They're just, woo, I'm just happy to be here.
I think it's tuned. I think it's programmed, but I don't know.
Or it is, or you are.
You think they fake?
Or you're marrying up to what society is.
You think they're fake?
It's trending right now.
You think they're fake?
Positivity is trending.
You think they're fake?
Twitter says positivity is trending right now.
Are they fake?
Listen, I don't.
Because I think that's what you're going with that. Like, I got a problem with a certain preacher, and comes on TV, has a huge church, and I feel like he smiles too much. Like, I don't trust him. He's always smiling. I don't know if his teeth are too big or what.
And I wonder why you wouldn't trust the pastor that they preach positivity
all the time.
Come back from it.
So for my religious people, like, even if you read the Bible or whatever, there's some negative stuff in there.
We don't ever hear about that.
We don't. There's some dark
stuff. I grew up in church. I don't ever remember hearing the story of, let's say, Timothy fought his whole life. God killed his whole family, and it wasn't enough, and Timothy still died. The
story of Job, who lost everything, like just because the Most High was experimenting on something.
But then what?
He got it back eventually, I guess. He trusted, he had faith.
All right, yeah.
But but no. I think some people are just programmed to. So I'm gonna keep coming back to they're just empty. They stuck like that. They have no, and it might have been a traumatic experience in life that made them that way.
That they didn't deal with properly.
That probably wasn't dealt with properly, and so it's different things. Like I said, when I talk about me, it's not that I take the time to feel what I'm feeling, and I believe in that. That's my advice to a lot of people. You're not wrong for having certain feelings, but right, so I just don't want
the positivity police that are possibly in a good place and have gotten to a place in their life where negative is minimal. The reality is, many of us, millions of working class Americans, still got to deal with your employer. Living check to check. You got to deal with your kids and miseducation and. Right, there are still very real problems that you're dealing with, and you don't got to go on social media and look at some asshole telling you that life will get better if you're just positive. No, you can feel your real emotions and say, like, no, this is not okay, and let's think about some tangible ways to fix my situation so that the positive energy that I exude is real.
That's facts. Speaking of, like, I'm happy you just said because that the positive energy is real. I think people are irresponsible with their energy. As well. Is that too far off with the conversation? Or
that's deep. Go ahead and go there. That's deep. I like
no. Like I'm gonna use me personally. I at my job, I have a leadership role or whatever, and for the most part, I'm good at what I do. But it's two people that I'm actually really close with at work, and I've told them this, like, yo, listen, my day will be fine. I'll be happy when y'all quit. And these are my good friends.
Okay.
I know it sounds bad. Oh, yeah, and then I'm pretty sure when I first said it to them, they was like, "What?"
Explain it to the people.
But y'all energy is the only people that can affect me because we're so close.
Sure. That makes
sense. So nobody else. So if y'all come in and y'all just in a great mood and blah, 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 my days I'm chilling. Like, you feel me?
prosperous rule number one. That's why you have to be very careful of who you make friends. And that's not to say I don't have friends at my job, multiple jobs I've had friends on, but you have to be very careful. You do.
Yeah. So, but when y'all come in and you know, I don't feel like being here, I'm blah blah, this is about to piss me off, this aggravating, this bothering me. That drains my energy because it's just like, once I consider you a friend, it's an energy tie, really. Sure. We're tied together. Our energies are tied together.
I can understand.
Our energies are tuned. So it's just like, oh my God. So, but I think a lot of people don't realize that, so they're irresponsible with their energy.
That's important too, because I am not advocating, even if your life sucks, to go around
exuding,
being draining on other people's lives, because that's also not beneficial. So when I say feel your feelings, they're your feelings. You're entitled to them. You should feel them.
Yeah, but some people might hear that and just be like, oh, you're right. So I'm going to go out and just be like, well, everything's terrible.
If everything is terrible, I would say, yeah, you should feel that. But then, right, here's the advice. You need to think of practical ways that you can get out of that situation. I can think that way and I can have that demeanor because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work to try to fix my situation that might be negative.
So that would come down to the individual, and the reason I say that, because some people feeling that feeling and like somebody like you feeling that feeling, and you're going to use that as a driving force.
Sure.
You're going to use it as a driving force, but some people feeling that feeling might take them down to a deep, dark place.
Yeah, but this is, again, we'll get into this conversation in the mental health podcast. I know we got to wrap this soon, but it gets into the mental health conversation because of, okay, so you can feel it now and get into that space, or you can keep putting on this positivity facade and have to deal with whatever that brings.
I still don't think like, and I think I'm gonna say most people, and I feel this, most people aren't like that's positive. I think most people, they feel their feelings, they go through their go throughs, they get through their go throughs, and you know, it's not a facade. It's just that's who I am. I'm, like you said, I'm a naturally jolly person, but you also know I have a real dark side to me. And I don't want to listen for the listeners. Like, I'm not a serial killer or nothing like that. I'm not sociopath. I've been told I have sociopathic tendencies, but I'm not, you know.
But that's neither here nor there. I think this is a great conversation. Again, I don't want to make it seem like I'm attacking the positivity thugs, but hey, man.
You are.
Lighten up on them folks that, you know, they want to feel their negative emotion, right?
But all right, so before we go, here's my question.
Process it. Go ahead.
Here's my question. Because I threw this out there to begin with saying, be careful with your energy. So should I hold back my positive energy because of how people feel about themselves or what they're going through?
That's a great point. It goes back, and the way you answer that, the way I'll answer that, is to go back to something we talked about earlier in the podcast, is you have to be able to read people's energy. That brother read your energy, right? So if your energy when you walked in that store was like, motherfuckers, don't talk to me, don't look at me, he probably wouldn't have, right? There wouldn't have been that connection, right? Some people are really good at reading the room. I think that's a skill that our society needs to get better at, right? So I deal with people, my work, that's what I do. I deal with people. And sometimes I could tell, like, yo, you ain't feeling that good today. I need to approach it this way. Or, yo, you're feeling right moderate. We need to approach it this way, and let's talk about this. Positivity thugs is like, I'm not reading your energy. I'm positivity thugging. I'm not reading your energy. It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck what you feeling.
No, but I don't think that's my question. But no.
Today.
But no, that's not what I'm asking. Because like I said, your energy will speak way before. Like, so I may walk in a room and feel that, well, you're not feeling it today. I don't have to say anything. I might say what up, and that's it.
Sure.
But
sometimes necessary.
My energy is not negative. My energy is up here. So I might be, 10 feet away talking to somebody else. So am I responsible for my energy of me being positive bothering you? Because while I'm here and you're here, you said, oh, well, why are they so happy with the
That's a beautiful question. I'm not saying be bitter. And that goes back to negativity, feeling negative feelings and being down don't have to be the same thing. I could not be in the mood, but I'm not looking for, when I'm not in the mood and I'm processing negative feelings and I'm not in the mood to be Mr. Positive, I'm not looking at other people like, oh man, why are they so happy? Right now we're getting into some bitter-ish, and that's not. Right? That's
but
not
most
good.
people look away to transfer that negative energy, that negative
All right,
feeling.
and
Misery, what they say, misery love company.
And I would say to those individuals that it's time for you to take an energy day. You need a mental health day, right? But I mean, in many cases, right, the working class, one day doesn't help because tomorrow you go back to the fresh hell that you are miserable in. And so again, we're gonna bring it back on All Done Podcast, the Big Brother's fault. So it is what it is. But yeah, no, I'm just joking. Positive people, no. You should, if that's your regular demeanor, no, absolutely not. You should not change that.
This little light of mine,
yeah,
I'm gonna let it shine.
Sure. But for you fake positivity thugs, let them people breathe, man.
Yeah, a lot of people be
let them people breathe, man. Don't force your positivity down their throat, especially when they know you, because that be the worst. For us realists, people that are dealing with our emotions one day at a time, when you know your cousin is, you just got your car repoed, your kid don't do what they supposed to do, your wife be cheating, your husband be cheating, but you want to come around me talk about all this positive bullshit? Like, it's not real. We're not having a real exchange.
Here's the thing. If you know people, you can read between the wait. You can read between those lines. Like, you know me. So you see my Facebook posts and people find them hilarious. But you can read between those lines and be like, yo, he's an asshole.
Yes, I could. But I don't think everybody's examining on that level. So I think sometimes when you know your fucked up cousin is coming to you and you know their life is fucked up, but they coming to you trying to spread some positivity, and you like get tight, it's like, hold up. Like, I don't want to. That's not the conversation me and you should be having right now. Let's have a real conversation about what's going on in your life, and let's have a real conversation about what's going on in my life. So that maybe from that conversation, we can maybe get to some real positivity.
Two negatives make a positive.
You be hearing me. You be hearing me. So that's what we are, man. All right, how we gonna wrap it?
Yeah, I was like, we have to wrap up.
How are we gonna wrap it? So
I think this is not a solution. Go ahead.
I don't even know what solution, right? So what solution based? I'll go first this time. I would say my solution for the positivity thugs, and that's how I want to wrap it, is, hey man, let people feel what they feel. Right? Like, don't shove positivity down your people's throat. Yes, you don't want to wallow in negative situations. Yes, you want to focus on tangible solutions to bring yourself out of negative situations. But with all of that said, that needs to be done in people's own time, and it needs to be done with the correct resources. Right? So if you're not providing resources and you're not providing a space for people to feel their feelings and come into some real positivity in their own way, I feel like that's problematic, and we definitely need to keep an eye on how we're interacting with each other. What you got for me, Mike, on positivity?
On positivity, for my positive brothers and sisters, keep letting your light shine. Don't let nobody dim your light. For chill out, bro. Let me rock. But nah, for my positivity, let your light shine. Don't let nobody rob your energy. But also take your time to feel what you're feeling. Like, that's a big thing. Don't just cold shoulder what you're hearing. Now take your time to feel what you're feeling. But use it as a force to drive you to do better, to make it better. Check on to everybody else, check on the people in your life that you think are always strong. Because like I said, they have their own demons they fight, they go through their dark periods. So every once in a while, just hit them up, like, yo, how you doing? Like, and they're gonna give you the party, I'm good. And then let them know, I see you, I know you, I see you, I feel you, but for real, how you doing? You feel me? Let them know you. Even if they don't open up, then let them know, yo, I'm here for you. I got you. You feel me? And that's gonna be big. Like, everybody need that in their life. The strongest people, they need that in their life. That's somebody that they know I can come to and they won't judge me. So that's where I'm at with it. You feel me?
And that's all. Mary had a little lamb. And on that, this podcast is all
done. We up out of here. I'm gonna take you
next week.
I'm gonna take us.
Don't you go off now. That's right. Don't go off. Yeah. Nah, don't you go off now. Look, hey, y'all woke up this this morning living my best life. And if it isn't, at least I gave it my best try. I'm just enjoying the moments cause ain't no next time. Trying to slide with my people on the west side. Yeah, moving different than all the rest cause I'm about doing it different, new vision.